in the bill, insert the following. Section blank sanctions Congress on the administration.
Amendment be considered as read.
Correct. Let it be adopted as such. And the gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Chen Guangzheng is a blind, self-taught legal advocate in China who was arrested in 2006 for helping to expose the Chinese government's use of forced sterilization and forced abortions to enforce its barbaric one-child couple policy. Mr. Chen amassed compelling evidence that 130,000 forced abortions and involuntary sterilizations were performed on women in just one county in 1 year in Lingyi County. It's in the Shandong province. Time magazine has named him one of 2006 top 100 people who helped shape the world, and he actually got the 2007 Magsaysay Award, which is often referred to as the Asia Nobel Peace Prize. Mr. Chen has spent 4 years in prison, 3 months, 4 years, 3 months in prison, after a trial in which he was denied every due process right imaginable. As a matter, 2 of his legal team were not only beaten, they have gone missing. Nobody knows where 2 members of his legal team are today. Mr. Chen actually tried to bring cases to the Chinese court. I mean, talk about courage. On behalf of women who have been irreparably harmed by the forced abortion policy, both physically and emotionally. And for that, he has gotten that jail sentence and now is under house arrest. I would ask members, we passed out a sheet from Women's Rights Without Frontiers, and there's a very, very incisive commentary on Chen in that, if you want to go and check it out online. But there's also, in his own words, a video was smuggled out a few months ago, in which he tells briefly his story, and for that, for getting that out to the West, he has now been beaten even more severely than before. His wife wrote a note just that was released on June 15th, and this is what she said. You know, June 15th, a couple of weeks ago, they beat and tortured Chen and me for 2 hours in our own home. More than 10 men covered me, this is his wife talking, with a blanket and kicked my ribs all over my body. I saw more than 10 men surround Chen, torturing him. Some of them twisted his arms, and he was on to talk about some of the brutal things that they had done to him. 60 police surround his house. A CNN reporter, other reporters have tried to get in, can't even get anywhere near his house. So he's under arrest by any other terms. And of course, this is a man in his video, he pleads with the West to speak out for him. He also asks that his children, should something happen, be cared for somehow. This is a man that cries out for our attention, the attention of the White House, the European Union, people in parliaments all over the world, as he has combated so bravely this cruel, draconian one-child couple policy. But here's a guy, again, who actually got into court and tried to protect those individual women. It's like bringing a class action suit here, and for that he has been so brutally beaten and tortured by the Chinese dictator. I know it's an issue that has been raised by the U.S. Department of State. I hope they will raise it even more robustly. Just like Liu Xiaobo and Gao Zhijing, and so many other human rights defenders and advocates. Liu, of course, got the Nobel Peace Prize and still languishes through prisons. This calls for the release of other human rights defenders in the PRC as well. So I hope we can go on the record very strongly, unanimously, calling for his release, and that of his wife, who is suffering equally with him. 2 brave individuals who are just extraordinary.
Thank you. The gentleman yields back, and I know from my friend, the ranking member, who just indicated to me that they have no opposition to the gentleman's amendment. So hearing no further requests for recognition, the question occurs on the Smith Amendment. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the amendment is agreed to. Mr. Engel is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I am submitting, offering this amendment along with Mr. Mack. There's a joint amendment for both of us. So I have an amendment to death.
The clerk will report the amendment.
Amendment to HR 2583, offered by Mr. Engel of New York and Mr. Mack of Florida. At the end of Title 8, add the following. Section 8XX, limitation on assistance to the Palestinian Authority.
Unanimous consent to dispense with the reading and the wrong amendment.